A few days ago, I bought sunflowers, and the bloomist florist that I bought it from said, "Oh, something to take note of. Sunflowers like hot water, not too hot, not like boiling water hot, but a little above lukewarm water. They thrive in that kind of environment." And it got me to start thinking about expertise and knowledge and all those kinds of things. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So after I got my flowers, as I was walking home, I was just thinking about it, how there's so much expertise and craft and knowledge that we often take for granted, and that we don't realize that this is an actual art. This is an actual, there's actual knowledge and science and craft that goes into the creation of so many things that we engage with, and we take that for granted a lot. We don't even realize or acknowledge, because I know that roses, for example, thrive in cold environments. They love cold water. They like being cold, basically. But I didn't know this about sunflowers. And you think that, oh, you want to make a bouquet of flowers, and maybe like me, that I love the color yellow. I was like, okay, I'm going to put yellow sunflowers and yellow roses and whatever together and make this great bouquet. And then I put it all in like really cold water, because I know that roses like cold water. And I learned this because I googled it one time when I got a bouquet of yellow roses, and I wanted to like preserve them for really long. So that is something. If this lady that I bought these sunflowers from hadn't told me that sunflowers thrive in hotter water, like in hot water basically, I wouldn't have known that. And that is just an example of these little, quote unquote, little things that we don't know, and we do not necessarily always appreciate the level of work and efforts and learning that goes into people becoming experts in whatever it is that they do. There's so much you don't know about what you don't know, and sometimes like we don't even realize that, because how can you know what you don't know? Like, you don't even know that exists. And I also started thinking about it because since I started baking and I'm starting to learn about like how to use ingredients and all these things, they seem so simple, like, oh, make a flower arrangement, oh, bake a cake or whatever. Like, it's just like, oh, I can just do that. I mean, yes, there's an extent to which you can do something and it looks nice. You can make a nice looking flower arrangement, or you can put together an edible cake, but there is craft in these things. And I'm just using these two because these are the examples that are more salient in my mind, and I'm sure that many other examples that I'm not remembering right now and that other people can probably think about. But there is craft, there's science, there's work. There's a reason why when you want to bake a certain kind of cake, you use oil instead of butter. There's a reason why you use sour cream in some recipes and you don't. Like, there are reasons for these things. There's a reason why you have to mix your butter and sugar together before you start adding other recipes, other ingredients. And there's a reason why there are some recipes where you need to melt the butter or use oil instead of like solid butter that you mix together with your sugar. There's a reason why you have to use brown sugar instead of white sugar for some recipes. Like, all of these things, they have reasons. There's technique and craft and things like that in everything that we may not even realize how much effort and thought and time and creativity and skill goes into it, and then we take it for granted that is it not just this? No, it's not just that. So this is why we should respect people's expertise, no matter how simple it looks to us or how easy it seems. I can do it too. Maybe you can, but you can't do it with the same level of expertise and craft and care that somebody else who is an expert will. And that's what's on my mind today. Thank you for listening. Bye. Thank you for listening to today's episode of A Couple of Things. If there was anything you found interesting or insightful, or you enjoyed the episode, please do share to someone or multiple people. Like, leave a comment, and definitely do subscribe and all the nice things. Bye.